Hello, all performers. Thanks for being here. In this video, we're going to talk about a brand new program called EPIC, which stands for Enhanced Performance in Competition. And if you're a youth athlete looking to be your best in athletics and in sports, then this program is for you. And it seems like not that long ago that I was actually a youth athlete and played football, basketball, and golf in high school and played at a pretty high level. We won a state championship in football, was captain of the basketball team, went to 5 straight state golf tournaments. And physically, I had all of the skills that were necessary to be successful, but mentally, I didn't have it. I didn't understand it, and I didn't understand how to use some of these things to be my very best. And the question that I always ask youth athletes is, what percentage of your sport do you think is mental? And I've asked this to literally thousands of athletes, and regardless of what sport we're talking about, the answer is never less than 50%. And the follow-up question to that is, okay, if it's not less than 50, if it's 50% or greater of your sport that is mental, how much time are you spending training the mental side of peak performance and success in sports? And the answer is always not enough, or none at all, because we spend a lot of time, and certainly the physical conditioning and the skill work, like these things are all very important. But if mental conditioning and training your brain is more than 50% of success, well, we've got to level that out, and we've really got to think about, you know what are some of these different things that are going to allow you to be successful? And ultimately, looking back at some of kind of my own successes and where I thought I could have been better in high school, not only drove me to get my master's degree in sports psychology and start working with elite and professional level athletes on mental training, but it also drove me to create this program for you, because I don't want people to kind of repeat my same mistakes, where I'm all about you doing the physical side, but I want you to be mentally strong and mentally tough as well. And sometimes, you know, if you consider yourself this way, or if you've seen someone that's like, man, that person's really mentally tough, you think that they were born that way, and no one is. The fact of the matter is, the same athletes that you see that are successful at the elite and the professional level ranks have trained themselves to be that way and have conditioned their mind to think and to see the world in a certain way. And it's absolutely something that you can use every single day of your life to have better success. And that's what the EPIC program is all about. Just to name a few things, it talks about how do you properly set goals and actually achieve them? How do you focus? How do you concentrate? How do you perform under pressure? Think back to my own experiences. I used to, under the brightest lights on the biggest stage of conference championships and state tournaments, I used to feel like I had the crushing, crippling pressure to perform on my shoulders every single time. And it was really difficult for me to perform at my best under those biggest moments. But how do you do that? How do you focus and concentrate in those scenarios? If you make a mistake and if you encounter some adversity in training or in competition, how do you respond to that? How do you get back on it and continue to move forward? How do you lead others if you happen to be a captain of a team? How do you avoid overtraining and burnout? How do you get in the zone? I'm sure you're probably familiar with that term where you hear it, but it's this thing that people don't really understand. What are the conditions that you need to create to be able to get into that zone? And you can certainly scroll down below this video and see all of what's included in the EPIC program. But just a couple of things. One, there's no other program like this out there in the market. None. I haven't seen any of them. And the EPIC program is different because it not only takes all of these different things, all of these different skills that it takes to really be your mentally toughest or your best from a brain training standpoint, and it takes those and shows you not only how you can use those to be successful in sports and in athletics. And this doesn't matter if you're someone that's captain of the team and you're looking to win a state tournament or looking to land a college scholarship. It also could be for the person that's just trying to make the team. It's really for anyone that just simply wants to be their individual best. And that's the first part. And then the second part, and the part that I'm very passionate about, is it takes these same mental skills and principles and shows you how to apply them to the classroom and also to life. which is everything, because the same set of skills that make you successful on the court or the course or the field or the ice or whatever your athletic field of play kind of happens to be are the same things that will allow you to be successful outside of that as well. And that's really what makes the EPIC program different. So it is a 100% online virtual program that you have instant access to immediately. You have access to all of the videos. You also have access to the 3 unbelievable bonuses as well, where we talk about how do you really get game day ready for kind of those biggest games that I talked about. How do you compete in the classroom? How do you get the best out of yourself academically? As well as a very popular presentation that I've done for youth athletes called Beyond Pop-Tarts and Gatorade that really talks about how do you look at fueling your body for peak performance, and how do you look at that nutrition so you know that you're not driving your car on an empty tank of gas, so to speak, and hoping that it'll perform its best. So that's been a very popular presentation. Those are unbelievable bonuses that you also have instant access to with the program. You can go ahead, you can scroll down, you can immediately be able to access all of those different videos, all of the other resources that go with it, the EPIC workbook, the different study points, the checklists. You can ask me any questions that you have on any of the videos if you need that to be elaborated on in any way, and you have lifetime access to the program. And I just know that if you're sitting there and you're like, you know what, I know that I could be doing a little bit better than I'm doing right now, and I'm not spending enough time thinking about performing under pressure, focusing, concentrating, responding to adversity, all of these different things. And I know that if I want to be my best, I need to take the part that's 50% or greater of my success in sport, and I need to start targeting that, because I want to ultimately be as good as I possibly can be. And that is what the EPIC program is about. So really hoping that you scroll down, click on the button again, get there, get on the inside. I will see you there, and I look forward to enhancing your performance in competition.